No, it's humid, but not terribly hot.
There's a breeze out there.
Yeah. Hey, Nick. Yeah, Dell coming back slowly. Yeah, it's I like the setup. Like I said, I got to see it get through the VWAP. I'm not the VWAP, through the algo line. But it is moving back up nicely here today after that beat down yesterday. Still like it long. I still like it long. And I suggested intraday trading it today. I didn't take it, but it's been a pretty nice intraday trade. If you see how it just kind of, see how it went up, it pulled back to the VWAP here and then just took off nicely. SPY still trying to bounce. Triple Qs, just not as strong as the SPY today. They're red right now. IWM has been pretty strong. It's running right up against more resistance. Shy not really loving the market right now. I don't either. I mean, I don't love the market. It's not showing me much of anything here today except a gap up, a pull down, and just chop right now. HIMS. What do I think about HIM, Shy? Yeah, it got above the 50-day moving average. It's got resistance now at 56, 52. I'm not going to touch this thing right now. It is into the gap, so it does have room up to about 61.95, but it's got to get through 56, 52 first. This stock is just really choppy. It's got a good move today on adequate volume. Right here in HIMS. Nice to see Arshia here today. He came from YouTube and joining the room this morning. I appreciate that. Thanks very much. All right, had a lot of questions, a lot of comments, a lot of call-outs here today, so like that. Again, HIM's moving up nicely. I'm not going to touch it. It's got too much resistance just above, but it is at a pretty big gap. SPY very flat here. Momentum staying up, holding up pretty well. IWM looking pretty good, but again, it's right up against resistance. Triple Q is still red for the day. And they get that pivot point just above. Caterpillar still looking pretty good on this gap up here this morning. Shy, OKLO looks good. Grinding up. Yep, it is above 67.50. It's gotten above the resistance. The high from Monday, 70.98. 70.98. So that's a pretty nice move in OKLO. Again, this is one of these small nuclear companies, same as SMR and NNE. And they're all up today. SMR is up almost 7% with a gap up and a pull down. NNE up about 6-7% as well, and OKLO up about 13%. So they're moving pretty strongly right now. Market not giving us much help though right now. Market just not giving us much help. This is just very, very flat. And REPL that get beat down so bad is bouncing up pretty nicely here this morning. What's one that Ari watches? Replimune Group, Biotech. It's moving up toward yesterday's high after the huge pullback. I mean, it really got pounded down from about $12. It fell all the way down to about $2.85. But today it's up about 20%. REPL. Just looking through Momos, I don't see any momos I like. That IOVA, still trying to chop it around here. Dell, nice little move up here today. SPY, just going nowhere. Again, this is low probability trading environment here. LPTE. Again, SPY not doing much of anything. It's a low probability trading environment day, LPTE, which means keep your trade size down, keep your number of trades down, take quick profits if you get a chance. Not you don't want to be hanging around long in trades right now. I mean, there's some good stocks. Dell still looks good to me. IOVA that Ari pointed out still looks like a good trade, but the market just is not giving us much help at all. See, look at how flat this SMR is after this gap up this morning. OKLO, it's a little bit stronger, I think. But again, it's moved up here, but still compressing, so I'm just not anxious to jump into anything right now. There's some potential swings down here. GEV with a earnings gap up, moving up nicely. Pretty expensive. GE Vernova, $629, but a nice move up on earnings, up about 14%. ABBX, that looks like a buyout. Maybe, I don't know. Looks like a buyout to me. TMO, not much there. TLN, not much there. CALM, that's Cal Maine Foods. They make potatoes, or they don't make them, but they sell them. Big gap up on CALM. Pretty big candles. I mean, this 126.40 for high, and it's trading $2 lower here right now. Doesn't usually, although it has that big an ATR normally. And about 450. Nice move in AHR. I think it's a little extended on the daily. Yeah, it's extended quite a ways. I don't see very much to trade here. I don't even like doing straddles and strangles right now because the market's just not doing anything. Just not much movement. G-Pro and Donut had ridiculously huge volumes this morning. Looked like mem stocks. And then they moved up and then pulled right back. kind of like Open did the other day. Open down to 220. Again, this is low probability trading environment, so trade accordingly. That means don't take very many trades, if any, right now until we get some market tailwind. It's a nice little pop in the SPY here again. Again, the momentum's staying up nicely. The price action is just very, very flat. Now looking at the T2104. T2104 is continuing bullish today, continuing bullish. So I can't in good conscience go on too many shorts here. Again, I took my loss on CNC short. I'm also an MU short, which is just moving sideways right now. Still bearish, though, still below the 50-day moving average. And very flat market day here. Joe took 30% on ENP, trimming his size down a little bit. Yeah, that was a nice short that he pointed out. It's drifting down, just drifting down, riding the 8 down on my TC2000 chart, riding the 8 on the 5-minute chart. ENPH, PDS, 35 burst off. Take the money. Take the money, go Joe. Good idea. Took profits on Dell, 35%. Very nice. Ashia, on the SPY super system, is the multi-time frame momentum just the same indicator as the current time frame momentum, but like for the daily time frame or something? But this is let me explain these to you. This multi-time frame momentum here, I don't use when I'm taking intraday trades like the SPY super system. If I'm trading just the SPY, the Qs, the IWM futures on a 5-minute chart, just a quick trades, I'm only using the current time frame momentum. The multi-time frame momentum is what I do is I switch over to that when I'm looking at a daily chart. All right. So if I look at for example Dell, and I look at the daily chart, all right, now the multi-time frame momentum becomes important because I want both the current time frame and the multi-time frame to be bullish if I'm going long, which is blue or green, and bearish if I'm going short, which is yellow or red. So you can see with Dell right now, it moved to yellow yesterday as it pulled down. Now it's gone back to green. So the multi-time frame momentum and the current time frame momentum now are both green. So they're both bullish. Dell is still a good long right here, and this is the long-term trend. So on a daily chart, this is the momentum on the daily. This is the momentum on the 1 day, the 3 day, and the 9 days looking together. And let me just explain what momentum is. It isn't just stacking green candles. All right, momentum is very specific. The way we look at momentum on this Laguerre with the divergence stripped out of there, we're looking from candle to candle. We're looking for the high from that candle to be the close on the candle to be closer to the high. So on a 5-minute chart, if I'm looking at Dell, I'm looking at this. This, so how this is bearish now. That means the high on the candle. I'm sorry, the close on the candle. What I'm looking at is the candlesticks with the open, the high, and the close. For bullishness, the close of each candle, as each 5-minute candle goes by, the close of the candle has to be closer to the high than it was on the previous candle. So it's telling you that the close is getting closer and closer and closer to the high of the candle. And when it's short, the close is getting closer and closer and closer to the low of that candle. And that's what the momentum is measuring. Right? So right now you can see Dell is bearish on the 5-minute right now, and this because it's starting to pull back a little bit. Just because it's got a green candle, this is yellow, that's telling you that the high on this one is not as close to the close on this one is not as close to the high as this one was, and you can see that there. But the momentum is still pretty strong, so it's still bullish. It's still a bullish setup. And that's the 15 EMA, but that's what that momentum is telling you. So I don't usually use this multi-time frame momentum on the intraday trade when I'm taking a quick trade. But I mean, if you've got it, it's going to help you. I mean, it's going to help you if it matches up, it's still good. But I would not be taking Dell short here. There's just no way I'm going to be taking Dell short. It's much too strong. It's much too strong on the daily chart. It's been much too strong across the board here today for the most part. And now you notice that the multi-time has just switched over to blue. All right. So that means the 15 and the 45 are now getting closer to the close. The close is getting closer to the high on both of those candles, where this one it hasn't yet. But this is likely to follow suit pretty soon. It's a little convoluted, but that's how we use it. So we use it for the two of these we use in conjunction when you're looking at swing trades on the daily chart. For 5-minute charts, this is the most important one. And if this matches up with it, it gives you a little bit more conviction. But this is what I trade off of on the SPY Super System. And you can use the SPY Super System on 5-minute time frames for quick trades on stocks as well, not just the SPY, the Qs, and the IWM. The SPY just took off a little bit right here. Notice how green this is. Oh, sorry, I got a 1 minute there. Let me switch here. I want a 5-minute. There's a 5-minute right there. Still grinding up. As I said before, this was a good entry, but it's just not doing much. There's not much momentum to it. Watch an IOVA, just kind of moving sideways. Texas Instrument that I've got a strangle on. It's not doing anything. I don't like to see this kind of price action on straddles and strangles. I want to see some much better direction than that. The Qs moving up toward the pivot point. Pretty strong resistance to pivot point is. IWM just moving sideways. Again, no market direction here. This is an LPTE day, low probability trading environment. Anytime I say low probability trading environment, what that means is don't take many trades at all. Make sure you take very small position size and take the profits as quick as you can, basically, because we're not going anywhere right now. VST, look, crossed up through the VWAP. Yep. Yeah, it's broken out today too. Pretty nice chart. Yeah, pull back to the VWAP would be nice on VST. VWAP on the 15. It's a nice breakout right there. Again, momentum beautiful on this thing. I don't know that it's a terrible chase right here. I think it's okay to take. It's pretty not far away from the 15 on VST. Again, just be very careful today. It's a very low probability trading environment. pretty high, the spreads are pretty wide on VST. BST, you could actually, if you like it long, I mean, I do like it long this week, and it's the earnings, the options are pretty expensive, um, decently wide spread, 40, 50 cents. You could actually do a call debit spread on this thing of a 207.50 to 12.50, 207.50 to 12.50. It's about $1.85 for a $5 wide spread, so $1.85 can go to $5. So I like that, and I just took some VST call debit spreads on it. I'll post it right here in case anybody's interested. Again, I don't want to get over my skis here today, but I like that, and I like taking the call debit spread since it's cheaper to do it. So buying the July 25th 207.50 calls. And selling the July 25th. I got this all messed up. 207.50 calls. Got a little extra one plugged in there. 207.50 calls, and selling the July 25th 212.50 calls. Okay, call debit spread on VST, and I'm not sure what it's going for right now. When I looked at it, it was $1.85. Yeah, it's about $1.90 right now, but I like it. Again, it can go to $5. That's a pretty nice spread. I like that VST call debit spread. Just dropped down to $1.72. See that little bitty red candle? So you might be able to get it for less than $1.90, maybe $1.75 or something. And if it keeps, again, it's a risk. You can only get 2 days to go on this, but the option spreads are pretty wide. I was thinking of taking next week's calls, but they're pretty wide. If they tighten up, I might buy some of next week's calls. They tighten up a little bit. The 200s are 1090 by 1135, so about 45 cents. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to keep the debit spread first. I may buy some straight calls on this for next week. Right, so call debit spread on BST. See if it can move. I mean, I like this, and I like to take some calls for next week. This is the chart on it right here. See the horizontal resistance level right there? That's been offering some pretty strong resistance on big volume all the way back to here. But I like this move here. It may not do it. It may not do it by this week. I don't know, because it is a little extended. It's trading at the 207 high is 207.12, so it's about 207 with the 8 at 193. So it's about $14 above the 8 exponential moving average, with the ATR at about $9. So it's less than 2 ATRs. BST right there, Harry. Again, anything in this market is very speculative because we don't have any market tailwind. But you can see BST is pretty strong today. Notice the SPY is not doing anything, pulling back again. BST is moving up as the SPY moves down. So I like BST as a call debit spread. Yeah, I understand, Shai. Yep. So Ryan, what makes me confident it just won't compress after such a huge run-up? I'll come back to, not what makes me confident. I'm not, what I'm looking at here is risk-reward on this thing. I'm looking at risk-reward. You know, $1.85 or $1.90 for a $5 potential gain, for a $5 move, which is about $3 for less than a $2 entry, is good risk reward, and it could easily pull back. Nothing makes me confident that it's not going to pull back. But this is a pretty nice move, and I wouldn't be surprised that I try to take profits on it today, because this move is still pretty strong on VST. But again, if I was going to take options, I'd go out at least 1 or 2 weeks. It has earnings on 8.7, so I'd have to go like to 8.1 probably on something like this, or I could go to 8.14 and take it off before earnings occurs. Just depends on what the cost of the options. But you know, I'm just looking at the technicals on this thing. I mean, it's pretty simple. Yeah, it could obviously it could easily compress and pull back down again because it's a little extended, but not overly extended. So it does have enough room, in my opinion, to trade. That's why I took it. Target for the VST trade. Well, if you paid it, I'm looking for $1. So if I paid $1.90, I'd be looking for $2.90. Today's Wednesday, so we got a little bit of time. I gotta shut the mic off for a minute. lot of noise in the house here right now. Open is closed. Funny. Again, on that BST drawing that we talked about, why do I think it might keep going? This is an all-time high on BST. And stocks typically that make all-time highs keep continuing, not necessarily right away, but there is a penchant for them to go higher, so that's why I like it. Doesn't mean it's going to work, and I'm not taking big positions in any of these things. EST coming back down. Bounces here, I might actually get some more. EST pulling back. Right now it's at $1.60, $1.60, $1.61. If I get a pull back to the 15 or a VWAP and then a bounce off of it, I'll probably add to the position. Okay, it's getting kind of noisy in the house here, so trying to minimize any kind of noise here on the mic. Market not doing much of anything here. SPY is starting to move up a little bit. VST pull back. I'm just kind of watching it here. See if I get a bounce in it. Dell. It's still looking pretty good today. Pull back almost to the VWAP. Not starting to bounce again. Up nicely today though. Pretty decent move in the SPY. Again, watching the T2104 is still very bullish today. So I mean, very hard to try to go short. I mean, there are some shorts out there. ENPH that Joe pointed out in the Discord room is a beautiful short today. Keep an eye on the SPY here. Q's jumping back above the pivot point here. And IWM pulling back. So you can see we're getting some strength in tech, which is now green. SPY moving up. Tech stocks getting strong. Tesla with a little pop on volume. Q's with a pop. Again, don't confuse one candle for a big change in trend. This has been choppy all day. One candle is not going to tell you that we're going to have a runaway rally here. You've got to have stacked candles, and it's unlikely we're going to get them. You see this pullback right here. It was a little bit of enthusiasm based on something. I don't know if there was any news or anything. So it's pulling back though. No specific headlines on that pop as well. No, there is no news I see on the trade exchange about this. They specifically say there's no specific news to create that big pop. SPY still grinding up here though, stacking in this another green candle. There's a big move here coming. This is pretty interesting. It's two strong candles in a row here now. Again, T2104 has been bullish all day long. That's the cumulative volume index, and it's getting even stronger here. Trade exchange now says the United States and EU closed in on a 15% tariff deal. I'm sure that's from Financial Times. That's what's causing this big move. Again, tariff talk. So be careful not to just chase into this thing. I'm going to wait to see what the market does. Watching Dell moving up beautifully here. And VST not doing much of anything, just moving sideways. Again, doesn't have relative strength right now. It's right steady on the 15. Going to see what it does from here. But again, with the T2104 being so bullish today, I'd be very, very cautious with shorts. Dell looking nice. Amazon also popping. Most of the tech stocks are going to be popping on this stuff. Tesla just doing what Tesla does here. Big move up, big move back down again. Texas Instruments, not doing much of anything. Nice move in the SPY though. Nice, 2 or 3 nice really green candles here. Not anything I'm gonna chase. Joe, BST's ATR around 11. Stock already moved 16. You're looking at the ATR for the day. It's already moved 16. I don't pay any attention to the ATR unless I'm doing straddles and strangles. So no, I don't pay attention to that, because I know there's the consensus that if the stock's moved its ATR or more, it's not likely to move anymore. But that's not true. ATRs are always in motion. RTR, they don't stay the same. ATRs can go up and go down, and so the ATR is always changing on these stocks. So on a VST, if I look at the ATR, ATR right now is about $9. And yeah, it's moved more than that today. But look at the direction of the ATR over the last week or so. See, it's gone from about $6 to $9. So I don't use that as a criteria. I know a lot of people do. A lot of people say, well, if the stock's moved its ATR a little more than its ATR today, it's not likely to move anymore. But the facts are, if it moves its ATR, the ATR is sloping up like that, it's likely to go higher. URGN, probably making again, this is a biotech. Yeah, nice move in URGN, up 8% today. Could have made a little bit more money on that one. Microsoft bounced right off support. Yep, right off the 15 and right off the 500.76. Yep. Q getting stronger again. Discord room saying that pop brought here by champagne wishes and caviar dreams. SPY again. I wouldn't get. Again, that's a new all-time high on the SPY, by the way, 632.79. But I'm not chasing it here. Coming up on 12 o'clock. All right, been a little bit of a hectic morning. Hey, Heaven, good morning. Sorry I didn't see it here earlier. And again, VST not doing me any favors right now, but sitting right here at 204.95. Again, this is Wednesday. I've got till Friday on this stock, so we'll see what happens. And Dell made a nice little bounce there. That's a pretty big pop in the market. Again, that was probably off of that EU headlines. It says EU and U.S. and EU would waive tariffs on some products, including aircraft, spirits, and medical devices. Apple bounced up here. Amazon. Again, I'm not looking for anything short here with the T2104 being as bullish as it is. Still very bullish on the cumulative volume index here today. Likely to see a little bit of topping action here. Texas Instruments bouncing a little bit, not much though. And a VST that I took that, I called debit spread on, still trading at around 205. So it's got to make a decent move. It can move a lot, of course, VST. It's got about a $9 ATR. gonna grab lunch here in about 15 minutes. If we watch VST, we watch our position in Dell move up nicely here today after that big pullback. ENPH, that was a short here this morning, still pretty weak, just not bouncing with the market. URGN, which we took profits in yesterday, went up beautifully here today. It's starting to pull back a little bit, but that was a nice run up in URGN, almost 8%. IOBA, it's trying to creep up here. Just again, the biotechs don't trade with the market. Biotechs trade on their own. They're not going to be impacted by the SPYs or the Qs. VST still coming down. Got relative weakness right now in VST. That's the one I took the debit spread on, and I'll watch it. I got 199.39 as the support on it. 199.39. Stays over 199.39. I stay in the trade. VST, again on the cascading down list, coming in a little bit. GME also coming in. NVX not by much. What?
I'm a hurdy pup.
Britain? Have you been laying down or not?
I've been outside in the chair.
Oh, you've been laying down.
Yeah. Thank you. Put all my time in.
I gotta get some lunch in a minute here.
There's more. Oh, goodness. That hurts. Oh, is your phone done?
Huh?
Is your phone done?
Oh, my
Your
watch me?
watch?
I would assume so, yeah.
Yep. Okay, there you go.
Thank you. You need to charge yours?
Yeah, in a minute.
I'll get it. It's hard to reach down there.
Hmm?
I'll get you. I'll put it on there. Just give me it.
Oy.
Why don't you go in the bedroom and lay down?
I will.
You give me your watch?
Today?
Curtain day.
Yeah.
You wrote about yesterday a lot. So.
I think it was really more about, just all the preparations.
Yeah, probably. Too much to do. You just don't do it anymore. You feel like
Well,
it's not worth the pain.
it was nice and bad. I like that.
You took a GABA, so
Yeah, I need to take some Tylenol too.
I'll get you some.
Oh. Yeah, I'm glad nobody wanted to play mahjong. I would have gone, but I just want to lay down.
Get you a Tylenol.
My glass is either in the cupboard or in the sink. I mean, or in the refrigerator. I think it's in the cupboard.
Really need to stay on this Tylenol consistently instead of just waiting until you get in extreme pain.
Thank you. I didn't take it because I wanted to eat something.
Yeah.
And I ate some cereal.
But that stuff will help, you know, but you got to keep it in your system.
It's for inflammation.
Huh?
It's for inflammation.
Yeah, well, you know, the pain is, you kind of want to try to keep it mitigated a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell them. All right, so just watching the market, it starts to pull back again. That was the EU, USA potential tariff deal that the Financial Times reported. That's what sent the market up so strongly right here. It's pulling back a little bit right now. I'm going to get some lunch, and I'm going to go ahead and close down the YouTube feed. Thank you, everybody from YouTube, for being here today. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing some of you folks in the room. And have a great afternoon, and we'll